In the bustling streets of Mumbai, amidst the canopy of horns and the rush of people, lies the epicenter of India's financial world. Here, amid the towering skyscrapers and historic landmarks, a revolutionary force emerged, reshaping the way Indians perceive and participate in the stock market. Wait, isn't something off with this intro? Well, there is. For one, Zerodha was started in Bangalore, not Mumbai. And for another, the Kamath brothers who started Zerodha never set out with the goal of building a multi-billion-dollar company that would ultimately become India's largest stockbroking firm. Instead, they just kept doing what they loved, and in the process, one thing led to another, and they ended up building Zerodha. If you'd like to know how this exactly happened, then continue watching this video. Zerodha was founded by Nithin Kamath and Nikhil Kamath, who, along with being the co-founders, are also brothers. The path that led these brothers to founding Zerodha was anything but usual. Both Nithin and Nikhil weren't that great at school. As per the countless interviews the brothers gave, they were never serious about formal education. Not so coincidentally, Nithin Kamath dropped out of college at the age of 19, and his younger brother Nikhil never even made it to college, dropping out of school at the age of 17. But contrary to popular belief, both of them did not drop out to start a business. Instead, they chose an unusual path to make money. Despite having an age difference of about 6 years, the path chosen by both was quite similar. Both joined call centers after dropping out. Because Nikhil was just 17 when he dropped out, he had to create and submit a fake birth certificate showing him as 18 years old, as Indian laws did not allow call centers to hire people under 18. Following this, both brothers started trading stocks and derivatives using the little money they could save from their call center jobs. Working the evening shift only helped, as they could actively trade during market hours. We titled this section The Rebels because the Kamath brothers were exactly that at this point in their lives. They didn't quit formal education due to any greater calling, as is the case with many renowned entrepreneurs. Instead, they dropped out because they neither liked nor believed in the formal education system, and they had no clear idea what to do next. Fortunately for them, both brothers really excelled at their call center jobs, quickly rising through the ranks to reach senior management in less than 5 years. Most videos on this topic talk about the Kamath brothers' time in the call center and then jump straight to when they founded Zerodha. But there are a few interesting events that happened in these lesser-known years. And in fact, these events directly led to the founding of Zerodha. As covered previously, the Kamath brothers were actively trading the markets while working call center jobs. After a point, they became so good at it that a few colleagues started noticing their trading abilities and asked them to manage their money. With time, the Kamath brothers were managing money for quite a few colleagues, and even their bosses, all for a share of the profits. Of course, it was during these days that, as fate would have it, Nithin, who happened to be a fitness enthusiast, met an NRI while working out at the gym. After interacting with him a few times, Nithin showed this NRI his stock portfolio and explained how he had been able to consistently generate profits through trading, both for himself and his clients. Seeing this, the NRI was so impressed that he cut a check for 25 lakh rupees and asked Nithin to manage the amount for him. The name of this NRI was Mr. Prakash. Nithin has mentioned in countless interviews that if not for that 25 lakh rupees check, he would have forever remained a call center employee. As soon as he got the 25 lakh rupees, Nithin resigned from his call center job and started trading full-time. He was so good at it that soon more and more high net worth individuals became his clients, and he was soon managing crores of rupees. At this point, Nikhil also quit his call center job and joined his elder brother as a full-time trader. To make things easier from a legal and regulatory perspective, the brothers started a company called Kamath Associates, through which they managed client money. By this point, the Kamath brothers were executing enough trades per day that even a cut in the trading fee would result in considerable revenue. To tap into this opportunity, they became sub-brokers under Reliance Money. By this point, it was 2008. While almost every trader in the world lost money due to the worst financial crisis in history, the Kamath brothers made huge profits for their clients by shorting the markets. This gained them enough notoriety in investing circles, and that notoriety would play a huge role in their success just a year later. By this point, the trades executed by the Kamath brothers were generating money as they got a cut in trading fees as sub-brokers. But they soon realized that their main broker, Reliance Money, was making a lot more money than them for doing nothing, while they did all the heavy lifting. They also realized that most stockbroking platforms charged exorbitant trading fees while offering terrible user interfaces designed to milk as much as possible from customers. Most didn't even provide proper customer support. It was at this point that the Kamath brothers realized there was a need for a stockbroking platform that was simple and straightforward, and didn't loot customers. Nithin and Nikhil wanted to start a stockbroking firm that offered the best user experience, with no or very low fees. Zero-fee trading might look obvious today, but back in 2009, it was unimaginable. Zerodha launched with a fee structure offering zero fees for buying and selling stocks and a fixed fee of 20 rupees per derivatives trade. This unique fee structure might have made them an overnight sensation, but it wasn't the only reason they became India's largest stockbroker. The real reasons lay elsewhere, in risk mitigation, relationships, honesty, ethics, and values. Zerodha became successful because most of what they did wasn't driven by the motive of making money at any cost. Instead, it was driven by the goal of making trading safe, simple, and accessible. By the time they founded Zerodha, the Kamath brothers had saved about 1.5 crore, $200,000. Out of that, they allocated 90 lakh rupees to secure a broker license and used the remaining 60 lakh rupees as capital for trading. They lived off the returns from this trading. To keep things clean, Nithin managed Zerodha while Nikhil focused on trading with personal capital. They never took unnecessary risks. For example, Nithin didn't quit his day job until he got that 25 lakh rupees check from the NRI we mentioned earlier. They loved their autonomy so much that to this day, they have never raised a single rupee from venture capitalists, running Zerodha entirely in a bootstrapped manner. Zerodha was built on the principle of investor protection. The Kamath brothers realized early on that casual traders, due to lack of experience, often lose money and rarely add long-term value. To overcome this, they wanted to attract only experienced and serious traders. From day one, Zerodha charged an account opening fee and an annual maintenance fee, even when competitors were offering free accounts. This ensured that only serious traders signed up. As a result, Zerodha not only made recurring income through maintenance fees but also earned higher trading revenues because serious traders generate large volumes. You might wonder, how did Zerodha find serious traders who were willing to join a new platform and pay fees, especially in 2009? Just after a global financial crisis? Well, remember, the Kamath brothers were exceptional traders who had made money even during the 2008 crash. Nikhil leveraged this notoriety to attract the first 10,000 serious traders to the platform. Once they experienced Zerodha's simple and user-friendly interface, word of mouth took care of the rest. To this day, Zerodha proudly says they have not spent a single rupee on marketing. Considering the unconventional paths they took, executing their strategies would have been extremely difficult without a strong, supportive core team. Luckily, most of Zerodha's core team were, and still are, friends and acquaintances the Kamath brothers have known for decades. This strong bond ensured that even unconventional business strategies could be executed smoothly. To this day, the Kamath brothers insist that building Zerodha was never about the money. Even now, they haven't spent on marketing. The little content they create, mostly on YouTube, is focused on consumer protection, investor awareness, and education, never pushing the Zerodha brand. This positioning as a company existing for the greater good, not just for profit, further attracts users, increasing revenues without aggressive marketing. All these factors together made Zerodha the multi-billion-dollar entity we know today and made its founders billionaires, with Nikhil Kamath becoming India's youngest self-made billionaire. Yes, India's youngest self-made billionaire is a high school dropout and a rebel. Moreover, the Kamath brothers never forgot their roots. Nikhil has donated 50% of his wealth to the Giving Pledge led by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They also run a venture capital fund named Rainmatter, which invests in companies focused on social good, not just money-making. The story of Zerodha is not about two brothers who were exceptional from the beginning and always knew what they wanted. It's the story of two dropouts from Bangalore who pursued their passions, worked with good intentions, focused on the journey, and unexpectedly ended up at the helm of India's largest stockbroking firm. To this day, they attribute their success not to hard work or struggle, but to good intent, risk mitigation, and strong relationships. Let's leave you with that thought. Our audience outside India might have found some terms unfamiliar, like NRI, INR, rupees, lakhs, crores, etc. We had to use these as the story is from India. But rest assured, all of these are terms a simple Google search can explain. We hope you understand our good intentions and help this story reach people worldwide. See you all again in our next video. Until next time, have a good one.